accessible as possible to our participants. We will be using a verbal warning and assumption of risk at the beginning of the class. Participation in this online class is voluntary. Physical activity programs may result in injury, and participating, you assume the risk of injury that may result from your participation. We strongly recommend that you participate in a space that is suitable for this activity. For example, make sure you moved, furniture around that you might hit. If you are doing a class that involves laying on the ground, we recommend using a mat or a carpet, soft surface. Participants are encouraged to stop if they experience pain or injury and should seek appropriate medical advice or care as needed. William & Mary Health and Wellness strongly recommends that each participant have an annual physical examination and follow the advice of your healthcare provider before participating. Woo! All right, cool. We're gonna go ahead and get started with our warm-up. So if you all would join me, we're gonna stand. I'm gonna make sure you can see my head. Ooh. All right. So we're gonna stand at one end of your mat, and we're gonna take a nice inhale, bring the arms above, and bring them down. We're just gonna take a few breaths here, just to start class. Inhale, and exhale. Bring it down. Take one more, and exhale, bring it down. All right, this time when we inhale, you're gonna bend from your waist, and you're gonna walk your hands out onto the mat, coming into a plank, making sure that your body is in a nice diagonal line. We're not up here, we're not down here. And then you're gonna walk your hands back. Feel free to bend your knees to the top. Inhale, our arms up, and do that whole thing again. So bending over, feeling a nice stretch in your hamstrings. Walk it out into our plank. And then slowly roll it back to standing. Inhale and exhale. Really try to work with your breath here, maintaining a nice even cadence. Maybe inhale to plank, exhale to downward dog, and walk it back. And then inhale, reach up, and exhale down. Good. We're gonna do one more of these, and then we're gonna stay in our plank on this last one. So inhale the arms up, exhale down. This time we're gonna stay in our plank. So from our plank position, make sure your shoulders are on top of your wrists and your core is nice and engaged. We're gonna go to a downward dog. So you're going to lift your hips up and back, press the hands into the mat, and then bring your chest as close to your thighs as you can. Maybe walking out your feet here. First downward dog, our hamstrings are a little tight. Then from our downward dog, we're gonna roll slowly back into plank. Take a breath here. And back to downward dog. And go back to plank. All right, you guys keep going. I'm just gonna check on how you're doing. Take this at your own pace. All righty. You guys are looking great. Trying to keep with your breath here as well. Let's take one more full cycle here. And we're gonna end in plank, lower our knees to the mat, and come into a tabletop position. So our hips are over our knees, and our shoulders are in line with our wrists again. We're just gonna shake out our wrists. We're gonna do a little wrist stretch. So flip your wrist over on the mat. Maybe bring each fingertip into the thumb. Flip it over. Other hand, stretching out the wrist. Bringing each finger to the thumb and place it back down. All right, from here, I want you to start to engage your core. So what I mean by that is you're gonna press your knees and press your hands into the mat and try to bring them together. So almost like you're gonna scrunch up your mat like that, but you're just gonna feel that scrunching motion, and that should feel in your core, that nice activation. So from here, lifting one leg up, we're just gonna do some hip circles. So we're just opening up the hip, circling our leg one direction. Good. My hip cracks every time I do this. I don't know about all you, but mine definitely does. It's normal. And let's go the other way, circling out, trying to keep your low back as still as possible here, keeping that nice engaged core still. And last one, bring it down, shake it out, maybe shake out that wrist. We're gonna do the other side now. So whenever you want, circling that hip one direction. Making sure you're breathing. And the other direction. Warming up our hips for today's class. Alrighty, and place it down on the mat. We're gonna do a little bit more of a core engaged exercise. So from here, I want you to tuck your toes under and then just lift the knees. Keep everything else the same. Just lift your knees a little bit off the mat. Automatically, you're gonna feel your core start to work a little harder. We're gonna hold for 5, and 3, 2, 1. Come down. We're gonna do that again, so just shake out your wrists. This time, I really want you to think about squeezing that core in as we lift up our knees. Ready? And let's go. Lifting, holding, bringing your belly button up towards your spine for 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, good job. Shake out your wrists, roll them around. This is weird, like just talking. I'm like talking to myself, basically. It's kind of strange. But I know you're all there. Just can't see you. All right, let's just open our chest a little bit. We're gonna do some push-ups next. So let's interlace our hands behind us. Gently just open the chest. Maybe look little, just slightly upward. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Let's take our neck to one side, so bring our right ear to our right shoulder. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale back to center, left ear to left shoulder. Inhale back to center, and let's drop our chin towards our chest. Inhale and exhale. Alrighty, so are you feeling warm? Can't really hear you, but do a little virtual woo in your house. So from our tabletop position, we're gonna walk out into our push-up position. So you're just walking your hands just so that your hips start to sink and make a vertical or a diagonal line with your shoulders. Not so much that your low back is bent, but we want a nice straight diagonal line. From here, feel free to pop up onto your toes or stay on the knees. We're gonna do our push-ups, so bring our chest to our floor. We're gonna do 5, and then we're gonna do a little bit something different. Ready? Let's go down. Down for 1, push away. Good job. 2. If you wanna make it a little bit easier, take your hands a little bit wider. 4, down. And 5th one. Now come up, stay right where you are. We're gonna go down for 3. 3, 2, 1, press up. 3, 2, 1, and press. Good. 3, 2, 1, press. It does not matter how low you come to the mat. If you're here today, that's fine. If you're going to the mat, that's also fine. All right, we got 2 more of these, and then we're gonna hold at the bottom and push away. Last 3, 2, now hold, 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 hold. Brace your core, squeeze the core, and up, push away, back to child's pose. Whew. Breathe, shake it out. Hopefully your upper body feels nice and warm, as well as the rest of the body. Push-ups are a really good way to warm up not only the upper body, but the core, the back, the legs, everything. Alrighty, so continuing with our, is someone chatting? Oh, all right. So we're gonna go to triceps now. So you're gonna lie on one side, just any side. You're kind of gonna pretend like you're at the beach, you're, just sunbathing, that kind of position. Make sure your hips are stacked on top of each other. They're not rolling one way or the other. Then you're gonna take, let's see, yes, this arm that's closest to the mat, and you're gonna loop it under you. This arm, your free arm, is gonna be placed right in front of you on the mat, head resting on the mat. Then you're going to use the tricep to push your body up just a little and down. Little lift off the mat and down. You're gonna start to feel it in the back of this arm muscle. And down, push. Exhale as you push, inhale to down. Exhale, lift, inhale, down. Really push into all 5 fingers as you lift and come down. Ooh, breathe through this. Again, making this your own. If you are just coming an inch off the floor and that's where you are today, that is totally fine. Let's go 2 more. Lift, and then we're gonna hold it at the top. Last one, pre-prepared to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, hello Joey, and down. All right, shake that out. Whew. Nice work, hello, hello. All right, we're gonna flip over to a seated position. Before doing that other side triceps, we're gonna do a little bit more tricep work. So we're gonna do some dips. So you're gonna be seated, nice comfy position. Hands are going to be behind you. Face your fingertips towards your toes. And then I want you to just push up, making sure that your shoulders and your wrists are still in a line. From here, I want you to bend your elbows, touch your butt to the ground, and push away. Bend and push. Another option for this is to keep your butt on the ground, bend, lean back, and push. Bend the elbows and push. Good. Woo. We're feeling this in our triceps, the back of our arms. Nice work. Joey's not doing anything. You really are just lying down, doing nothing. All right, let's bend and push for 5 more. Woo, feel the burn. Let's go 3. And last 2. Last one. Good. All right, shake it out. Ooh, I'm feeling the triceps. I don't know about you guys. All right, we're gonna flip on over to the other side to do our tricep press ups. So this time, this arm is under us, wrapped around your free arm, your top arm. Place it right in front of you on the mat. Nice bent knees. Rest the head and push through that arm and down. Little push to lift and lower. Breathing. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. It's amazing what your body weight can do, and that you don't need any dumbbells or weights to, really work our muscles. Good job. All right, let's go for 5, and then we're gonna hold. Joey. 3. Really pressing into all 5 fingers. 2. Last one, let's hold at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come down. Ooh, good job. Shaking on out. Alrighty. Ooh. How you feeling? Good? Good. All right. So we are going to stand up now, and we're going to do a little bit of shoulder work. So I think you can still see me. Yes, good. Alrighty, so you have the option of staying in this second position. So all it is, our feet are wider than hip stance apart. Your toes are turned just gently out to the corners of the room. Or you can come down into our plie, meaning not a squat, but our pelvis is tucked under. It's in line with our shoulders. So here or here, arms are out. We're gonna start with some arm circles. So make your fists, and we're just circling the arms, small, small circles to the front of the room. If you have some music on, you can do it to the beat of the music. You can dance a little bit if you want. Pull these moves out when you're at your next party. Woohoo! Alrighty. So we're gonna make our circles a little bit bigger, making sure that we're pressing our shoulders away from our ears. There's nice space in between shoulders and ears in whatever position you are in. So if you are up here, if you are down here, my mom is creepily peeking through the window right now. Weird. And now she's taking a picture of me. Great. I want you to brace your core. Good. All right, make them even bigger. So you're drawing like big pieces of pizza, big watermelons, big circles. Whew. And around and around. Let's go 2, 1. Bring it back to center. You're gonna circle back. Tiny circles again. So we're starting from the top with those small movements. Circling back. Good. I like to picture maybe like a fruit, like an apple or an orange, or maybe a donut you're drawing with your fists. And let's make it a little bigger, about maybe, I don't know, the size of a cake, or like a small melon, maybe. And now let's make it super big, big pizza, biggest pizza I couldn't find. Good, starting to feel those shoulders, maybe burning, maybe waking up a little bit. All right, last 2 to the back, and we're not done yet. All right, bring it back to center. We're gonna flip our palms up and then press them down. Lift and down. If you wanna add on in a little plie when you come down, feel free to do that. Maybe get the lower body involved a little, or you can just stay, or you can stay in your plie. Whatever option, I really want you to think about pressing something away from you, so creating your own resistance. So I like to picture that I'm in Jell-O, and I'm swimming through the Jell-O, pushing it away from me each time that I do this. Really feeling my shoulders working. Breathe. For 4, 3, 2, we're gonna do the same thing just to the center. So in, flip out. In, flip out. Notice my thumbs are up, then they're down. Up and down. When I press back, I'm really squeezing my shoulder blades together as I press. Again, picturing that there's that resistance behind you and you're pushing. Good. For 4, 3, we're gonna end back. 2, hold it here, thumbs are down. We're gonna pulse up, up. This is where the shoulders really begin to burn. Woo, breathe through it. If you need to take a little shoulder roll break and come back in, totally fine. For 4, 3, 2, not done yet. Hold, push it back, little back. Tiny movements, back, back, back. Squeeze the shoulder blades together for 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Woo. Take a nice shoulder roll up and back. Let me check on you guys. How you doing? Woohoo! Alrighty. Good, good. All right, so we are done with our arm portion of class today. So let's take a little stretch. Bring one arm over your body, stretching out our shoulder that we just worked. And open and cross the other arm. This is a good time to take some water if you want any. Towel off. Ooh, let's take a little tricep stretch. We worked those a lot today. One arm over, gently pull the arm towards the opposite direction. Take a nice inhale, exhale out. Other arm, inhale in, and exhale out. All right, shake out the arms. We are going to move into our bar section right now. So when you are ready, get your chair stable. Make sure it's a pretty stable chair. You don't want like wheels or anything. We're not going to be doing crazy things on it. We're just going to use it for balance today. So I'm going to show you this way, but you can have both hands on the bar, but I'm going to have one hand so I can show you guys. So we're going to start in first position. All it is, our heels are together. Our toes are again just slightly turned out comfortably. We're going to take a plie. So again, a nice bend in the knees. We're creating this diamond shape. Within our legs, we're going to roll up onto the balls of our feet and then squish your heels together. Good. All right, from here, we're going to take our feet out again. We're going to roll our heels down and we're going to lift up. So we're going to go down. Let's roll our heels up. Let's just straighten this time, actually, and then lower our heels to the ground. Bend, roll onto the balls of your feet, zip the legs up, and slowly bring the heels down. Bend, roll, straighten, and down. We're just warming up our feet, rolling through the arch. But we're also, when we squeeze our legs up, I want you to think about squeezing your inner thighs together and squeezing your calves together. That'll really activate your glute muscles. Whew. I'm getting sweaty. I don't know about all you. I need like a cool breeze blowing on me. Alrighty, let's go for 3. And last 2. And last 1. We're gonna reverse it. So we're gonna lift, bend, lower the heels, straighten. Lift, bend the knees, lower the heels, straighten. When you lower the heels, try to think about slowly placing them on the ground. That'll really get your calves nice and warm. I know mine are kind of like shaking already. That means that they're working. Woo. All right, let's go 3. Roll down. Last 2. And last 1. Roll down. And we're good. All right, shake it on out. We're gonna come into a second position, plie. So again, what we kind of did in our arm warm up, your feet are wider than hip stance apart, gently turned out to the side, coming into our plie. So for our second position plie, I want you to think about tucking your tailbone under your shoulders so they're in line. And I want you to press your knees as far out to the side as you can. From here, we're just gonna come all the way up, down, all the way up, and down. Good. So this is our first second plie of the class. So you might not be able to go super low right now. That's fine. Your hips are warming up. Be nice to your body. And let's go down, lift. I want you to think about squeezing your inner thighs and glutes together as you lift to stand. Try not to lock the knees out at the top. Instead, keep them soft and squeeze the glutes. It's a little harder that way. We really start to feel it in those inner thighs and in your glutes, especially, I'm feeling it in the inner thighs right now. Woohoo. All right, down. Let's go for 4. And we're gonna add a little pulsing because what's a bar class without some pulsing? All right, last 2. Last one, we're gonna stay down. So stay down in your comfy position where you can keep your body upright. Knees are pushed out to the sides. We're gonna lift that right heel and we're gonna pulse down just an inch for 8 counts. So 6, 5, 4, 3. We're gonna switch to the left. Let's go. 8, 7, 6. Popping that left heel. 3, 2, and switch back to the right for 4, 4, 3. Keep it low. 2, 1. Switch over for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go for 2 now on the right. 2, 1. Switch. 2, 1. Let's do it again. 2, 1. Just inch movements. 2, 1. Stay down. Whew. Hold. Maybe challenge yourself. Take that hand off the bar. Breathe. Get a little lower. Maybe lift up your heels. Oh, shaking. Maybe you want to balance. Ooh. And come up. All right. Good job. Shake that on out. Ooh, inner thighs. They're feeling it. All right. We're going to change focus from our inner thighs to our quads now. I'm going to get a little water. I encourage you to do the same. Whew. Alrighty, so right leg is going to be behind us. We're going to come into a lunge position. So nice wide stance, and I want you to just test this out. Come into a lunge, look at your front knee, make sure it's not coming over your toe. It's in line with your front ankle. Your back knee is aiming for a 90-degree angle, and you're just as far away from the bar so that you're not leaning forward. So if you have to walk your feet in so your arms are nice and outstretched, that's fine. Good. From here, full range to start. We're lunging down, squeeze to come up. Down and squeeze. Good. Breathing. Usually you can all hear my breathing super loudly in the microphone. Maybe you still can hear my breathing. I hope you can. It's very loud. All right, let's go down. Let's go 4 more. Full range. We're squeezing through that back glute, engaging our left quad for 2. Now we're going to stay down. 1. Now, I want you to hold onto your bar or chair, and you're going to shift the weight all the way into this left foot. Just keep everything else the same. Bring the right leg in, back to lunge. Bring the right leg in, back to lunge. My left leg is staying bent. Back to lunge. We're really burning out the left quad right now. Ooh, left glute and left hamstring. Down for lunge, bring it in. Down for lunge, bring it in. Keep the core tight. Last 2, woo, breathe through it. Last 1, bring it in, lunge it down, and come up out of it. Ooh, give that leg a little shake out. We're gonna do 1 more move, and then we're gonna do the lunges on the other side. So, same leg back, right leg. We're going to have our feet parallel, so not in first. Leg is going to be behind you, and then you're gonna bend that left standing leg a pretty decent amount. Again, bar for balance. Take that right leg, and I want you to turn out from your hip. So my knee is facing the mat right now. When I turn out, my knee is now facing you guys. So from this position, brace the core, lift the leg, lower. Lift about, doesn't need to be super high, just as high as you can go without moving that low back. So my low back is really not arching a lot. I want to keep it nice and still. Sorry guys. Keep going. All right, so our low back is still. We are lifting from our glutes up and down. Good, keep that nice bend in the left leg. Body is nice and upright. Hopefully we're starting to feel that little squeeze in our right glute as you lift and lower. Again, not lifting super high. If you want to place a hand on your low back to kind of just make sure that you're keeping it nice and stable. Feel free. For 4, 3, 2. Last one, keep it up there. We're gonna circle it one direction. So draw a little quarter with your big toe. Trying to keep your hips as still as possible. Good, using your glute to lift the toe up and around. And let's circle the other way. Woo. It's normal to also feel this in the standing glute. It's working real hard to keep you supported. For 4, 3, 2, 1, lower it down. Whew. Yeah, that felt good. Alrighty, we're going back to those lunges. Take a little break. We're sending our left leg back this time. For our lunge, while you set it up, I'm gonna do a little quick check. Checky check. Alrighty, cool. So our left leg is back. We are in, the right leg, right? No, left leg is back. Then we're going from our lunge all the way up and down, making sure you don't have to lean forward to reach your bar. You're nice and upright. Good, come in full range, making sure that right knee this time does not come over your right toes. Take a little peek. And breathe. Maybe look outside. I'm looking at my backyard right now. We have to celebrate Earth Day. It's Earth Day's 50th birthday today. Woo-hoo. All right, let's go 4 more full range. Then you know where we're going. Woo, last 2. Then we're transferring all that weight into the right leg. And we're coming down, lift, back to lunge. Left leg in, back, lunge. Left leg in, back, lunge. Good. Try not to pull on the bar too much. Try to use that right leg to keep you stable. Balance. Keep the core nice and engaged. Down. Let's go 2. Whew. We got this. Last one. In, out, lunge. Bring it up, shake it out. We have that one last glute move on this side. Woo, and I think we're done after that with our bar section. Woo, alrighty. You guys are doing great. So, again, that left leg is back. We're gonna take that nice turn out. So our knee is now facing either side. And then we're going to take that bend in our standing leg, lifting the leg and lowering nice and slow. I don't know about you guys, my heart rate is pretty up there. I'm feeling it. Whew. Focusing on minimal low back movement right now. Bracing the core, that'll help to keep your lower back nice and stable. So we're bending that leg. Maybe thinking about something else that you're doing today. Maybe you have some nice dinner plans. I know I've been cooking a lot, so I've been like trying to chef it up lately. So if you have any recipe ideas, just chat me up. Whew. All right, let's go 2 more lifts. 2, keep it up top, circle it around. Whatever direction you want. Lift from the glute to circle the big toe. Around, bending that standing leg, keeping the upper body lifted. For 4, 3, 2, circle the other way. Good, keeping a nice elongated leg. Feeling like someone's pulling a string from your big toe. Whew, feeling it in that outside hip. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Whew. Let's take a stretch. If you want, you can hold on to the bar, cross one leg over, figure 4, And then sink it down. Ooh, nice outer thigh stretch right there. Our glutes, keeping that foot flex that's on top to protect our joints. Whenever you're ready, ooh, sink it back down. All right, we're done with our bar section. Good job. We got some stuff on the mat, and then we will be done. Ooh. All right, take a little water, take a little breather. So we focused on our upper body, we focused on our lower body. Now we're gonna focus on our core, which is not only the front side of our body, but it's also our back side. Technically, your core goes from your shoulders to your knees. So we're gonna work all of that today. Alrighty, so we're gonna start on the mat, back on the mat. Your legs are gonna be bent. And we're gonna do some hip bridges. So your arms are flat on the mat. You're going to push into your heels and slowly lift your hips up to the sky. Hold them there, feel the squeeze in your glutes. Make sure your knees are in line with your hips, that they're not splaying out or caving in. And slowly lower down. Let's do that again. Lift, squeeze the glutes, lower down. Good. Lift, slowly down. We're not only working our abdominals, we're engaging our low back, our glutes, and our hamstrings right now. Good. Let's pick up the pace a little bit if you're feeling it. So lift and lower. Lift, lower. Squeeze at the top and control the movement down. Lift, lower, lift. Good. If you want, you can take it halfway down, lift up. Halfway down, lift up. It's a little bit more work for the lower part of your glutes. Ooh, feeling the squeeze down. So remember, we have three options here. We either are taking option one, a nice slow full range. Option two, a little quicker full range. Or we're taking option three, that half range, push at the top. Good, breathing, making sure our hips are level. 4, 3, 2, we're gonna keep it up at the top. 1, hold the hips, squeeze your glutes to push the hips maybe just a little bit higher up towards the ceiling. Relax your neck, relax your shoulders. We're holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, and bring it down. Ooh, good job. All right, take a little breather here. Inhale and exhale out. Ooh, my mat is nice and sweaty. Alrighty, from here, we're gonna come up and do a little bit more core work. So I want you to find a nice, comfy seated position. And then you're just gonna lower down so that either your forearms are on the mat or they can be a little bit turned out to this side. I want you to still keep a nice lifted chest so that you're kind of in this V position and then you just sunk down a little. Extending both legs, actually. We're gonna lift, let's start with the left leg this time. We're gonna lift the left leg and you're going to push into your hands and come up to meet your knee. So you're doing like a crunch, but bringing the knee in as you push into your hands to lift and lower. If you want, you can do this without your hands. Makes it a little bit more challenging. Really make sure you're pulling that belly button in towards your spine. Nice engaged core. Good. Alrighty. Let's go for 4. 4. Really squeeze the knee into the chest. Squeeze. Feel that nice crunch. 2. Last one, then we're switching over to the other side. Maybe take a little break. Relax, come back down, lift that right leg, and let's begin. Crunch, extend. Crunch, reach the leg long. Again, you can do this with no hands, or you can have the hands on the mat. Helping you to come up into that crunch, squeeze the knee to the chest, send it long. Keep a nice space in between your chin and your chest. Lift and down. For 4, nice engaged core. For 2, then we're gonna do both legs. Whew. Last one, send it long. Take a little breather before we do both legs at once. We have options though, so don't worry. Option 1, you are lifting, extending, placing your heels on the mat. Extend, place the heels. Option 2, whenever you're ready to join. Lift, extend the legs, heels off the mat. Pressing into the floor with your hands. Option 3, no hands, extending the legs, bringing them in. Whew, whatever option you want to take today, totally fine. Listen to what your body wants. Good, you all doing great. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, last one, 1, and roll all the way down. Ooh, feeling it in your hip flexors too right there. That was a good one. All right, we're gonna go right into it. Let's bring our legs up so our knees are right over our hips and flexing our feet. I want you to take a nice big inhale and exhale. Feel your belly button pull down into your spine. Feel your whole low back make contact with the mat. That's where I want your low back to stay the whole time during this exercise. You're gonna take one leg, tap the ground, back to center. Other leg, tap, back to center. If you're not touching the ground today, that's okay. You just come as far as you can without letting that low back come off the mat. Inhale, extend. Exhale in. Inhale, extend. Exhale in. Good, you can flex or point your toes, doesn't matter. We're feeling this in our lower core right now. Especially if we're keeping that low back glued to the mat. If you tap further away from your body, it's gonna be a little bit harder. Breathe, let's do 4 more, 2 more on each side. We got this. Last one on this side. Squeeze the core. Inhale, exhale, and let's hug the knees into the chest. Woo, rocking side to side. Good job. All right, let's see. I think we only have 1 more move here. Let's check the time. Perfect. Alrighty, we're gonna do a slow bicycle. So from that same kind of tabletop reverse position, we're gonna place our hands behind our head. Nice open elbows, try not to hug them in. They're just there to support your neck. You're going to bring one elbow over to meet that opposite knee. Back to center. Other elbow, back to center. Nice slow bicycle here. If you want, you can keep your toes on the mat, lifting the knee, replacing the toe. Twist and down. Twist, down, good. Working our obliques, the sides of our core right now, but you're also gonna feel it, at least I feel it just throughout. Remembering to breathe. Inhale, exhale to crunch. The exhale helps you get a little bit more core engagement. Let's do 4 more. 2 more each side, then we're done. Let's put all of our effort into these last 2 bicycles. Last one on this side. And last one on the other side. Let it go. Nice inhale. Nice exhale. Woo. Good job, everybody. You guys can stay on your mat. I'm gonna stand up, get a little water. All you need to do is breathe right now. We're heading into our cool down and stretch portion of class. I highly encourage you to stick around. Stretching is super, super important, especially after we do bar, because we just worked on lengthening our muscles, and now we really gotta increase the flexibility. They're nice and warm. Now is the time to stretch, so let's go ahead and do it. I didn't actually get any water. So taking nice deep inhales through the nose, nice exhale through the mouth. Keep doing your exhales. I'm gonna get my charger. Alrighty. And when you're ready, you can bring one knee into the chest, hugging it into the chest. Good, other leg is long. Breathe, circle out the ankle one direction, and circle out the other direction. And if you want, you can take that leg and just let it fall over your body, coming into a twist, extending maybe both arms out into a T, making sure both shoulders stay on the mat. So don't twist so far that that shoulder, opposite shoulder, comes off the mat. And just take some time here to inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Trying to release any tension in your body. And on your next inhale, let's slowly bring that knee back to center. Hug it in one last time towards the chest before sending it long to meet the other. Exchanging for the other leg. Take a nice hug of that knee into the chest. Circling out the ankle one way. Ooh, hearing those ankle cracks. Ooh. And the other way. And if you would like to take a twist on this side, gently letting that leg fall over the body, outstretching your arms into a T, and relax. Giving your spine a chance to reset. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, bring the leg back to center. Hug it into the chest one last time before sending it long. And then I want you to use your core one last time to roll slowly up into a seated position, bringing the soles of your feet together for a little butterfly. And then from here, I want you to think about elongating through your spine, someone pulling a string up from your head, and then just gently pouring the heart forward, just until you reach kind of that nice spot where you feel the stretch in your kind of inner hip area. Try not to drop the neck. Try to keep it nice and elongated with your spine. Take a nice inhale and exhale out. right, when you're ready, shake those legs out. Good, let's come into kind of a cross-legged stance. And let's clasp our hands again behind us and open up the chest, pressing the tops of those fingers into the mat. Maybe taking the gaze up towards maybe where the ceiling and your wall meet. Stretching out our chest. We did a lot of push-ups today. Good, and shaking that out. Let's come up into a little ball and curl up onto your toes. Let's take one leg and send it back. We're going to stretch out our hip flexors. So place that knee, back knee on the ground, untuck the toes, and find that nice hip flexor stretch. Making sure, even when we're stretching, that our knee does not come over our toe and that our hips are still level. We're not pushing one hip more forward than the other. They're nice and square towards the front of your room, living room, kitchen, anything. Good. From here, let's tuck the back toe, lift the leg. You're going to bring that back leg in. So we're in a triangle shape. And you're just going to bend the knees and let the front of your body fold over that front leg. Your legs are on two separate train tracks, so they're not right in front of the other. There's space in between them. And feel free to bend the back leg, bend the front leg. Breathing. And when you're ready, let's take that back leg, meet the front leg, send the other leg back into our hip flexor stretch. Drop the knee, untuck the toes, and come up for our other side hip flexor stretch. Good, maybe getting a little bit deeper into that stretch with each exhale. And when you're ready, we're going to tuck that back toe, lift our back knee, and we're going to come back into that triangle just on this side. So walk that back leg forward, fold the body over the front leg, letting the head hang, no tension in the neck. Feel free to bend the front leg, bend the back leg. Getting a nice hamstring stretch here. And when you're ready, take the back leg, meet the front leg, and just stay in this bent over position. Your abs are resting on your thighs. Your head is loose. Let's shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Take one more inhale here. Big exhale out. Next inhale, bring the arms up. Nice flat back, reach the arms. Inhaling and exhaling. Awesome. All right, maybe grab your bar. We're gonna take just one more stretch. We're gonna take a quad stretch. Taking one leg, pulling it gently behind us. Stretching out our quads. Thank you all so much for coming to today's bar class. You all did an amazing job. If this was your first time doing bar, I'm so happy that you decided to join me. If this was your 100th time at bar, thanks for coming back, and be proud of yourselves and what you did today. I know in this time it's kind of hard to find things that bring you joy, but I hope today's class brought you joy through exercising, through moving your body, through seeing other people. So thank you all for making this class possible today. Feel free to stick around afterward to chat, to say hello. But if you have to go, thanks so much for coming. Whoa.
Thank you, birthday queen. Love you.
Thank you.